Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I was about to start up this video and then I realized I was really hungry, so I'm going to Chick-fil-A. There's one like 10 minutes from my house, so I'm just gonna like whip over there real fast and then we can get going with what you guys are here for. I'm not a developed, fancy enough YouTuber to have a tripod or tape or something to hold up my camera to my windshield, so I don't think I can really vlog while I'm driving safely, at least. I will just catch up with you guys once I'm at Chickie. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new, and let's go. Hi, can I get 3 cheeseburgers? Oh, this isn't, oh, you don't have? I'm filming off my phone now because I'm way too self-conscious. Oh gosh, we're going up. I'm way too self-conscious to film on my camera in public. I just got the iPhone 11 Pro for Christmas, and this quality, honestly, doing good for me. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
What can I get for you?
Can I do a #1 meal with extra pickles and then a diet lemonade to drink?
Okay, you just keep following the car straight ahead.
Okay, thank you. Hi, bag is secured, and I just sat in my car for way too long making TikToks, but we are not gonna talk about that. Hi guys, now we can actually get into business of what this video is about. So I'm going to show you guys how I use Lightroom without using presets, and I definitely use presets on some of my pictures, but even if you buy presets, those presets don't always work for the picture that you have. Let's say 5 presets to choose from, maybe the lighting's not right or the coloring's right to where that preset is even going to work for your picture, and then you're kind of wasting your money if you're spending money on presets. So that's why I wanted to make this video, because there's ways you can adjust colors and tints and hues and all that fancy stuff, so you're getting the coloring that you want without having to either buy presets, or if your presets that you did buy just aren't working for you. I use Lightroom CC is the technical name of it. It doesn't cost money or anything. I'm gonna pop up my phone screen right here so you guys can see what I'm doing in the app. But yeah, this is how I edit without filters or presets. Okay, so now you can see the picture that I'm going to be using. This was actually taken in Colorado over the summer, and a vlog way back has this day in it. And I chose this picture because it's a nice quality photo, but I think it can definitely be even cuter with some editing and some good coloring. And before I go into it, I have no idea what I'm even going to do. As you work through it and you get more practice, you'll just figure out what you like and what looks good. The first thing I'm going to do is the simple stuff. So I'm going to go to light, and that brings up the exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, and blacks. So I'm going to up the exposure on this, bring down the highlights, up the contrast. Oh, that was too much. And to start off, I always just mess with those a little bit to get the color how I think I want it, but you don't really know until you start messing with the individual colors. So on this picture, I'm going to go for a more warm tint, so this is just a personal preference. You can choose what vibe you're going for with your picture, but I'm going to turn the temperature up. And you can see that makes it more orangey in comparison to turning it down, which makes it more blue. So I'm going to make it more orangey. And then I'm going to mess with the 3 categories below that, which is tint, vibrance, and saturation, just to see what I come up with. So as I'm pulling the tint to the right, I see that I like this purple undertone more than I like that ugly green undertone. So I'm going to pull this about halfway to the purple, make the vibrance brighter, and I think I'm just going to leave the saturation for where it is right now. It looks pretty good. You can already see where we started versus where we're ending, and it's already looking a lot better. But this is where the big boy important editing comes in, because you're going to go to this top right corner and hit mix, and here it brings up all the different color options and the rainbow. So you have red, orange. You guys know the Roy G. Biv deal. This is where you're going to mess with the hue, the saturation, and the luminance of individual colors. And this basically does the job of what a preset would do. Presets are just messing with all the colors and maybe bringing up the blues and bringing down the reds and making contrast brighter. Presets are just preset filters and settings on your picture. So this is really where you're going to create that preset look for yourself. One of the most prominent colors in this picture is red, so I'm going to go ahead into the red hue and just move it up and down and see what I come up with. You can see it makes the background either really pinky or really orange, and since my body has a little bit of red tone to it, you have to be careful that you're not just paying attention to the background, because you can see as I move it, it's affecting my body body color too, and I don't want to look discolored. So personally for me, I like it turned up a little bit to the orange side, and it kind of makes my body look a little bit washed out. So I'm going to turn up the saturation so you're not losing any color just because you're changing the hue of it, and maybe bring down the luminance as well just so it's deeper tone. I really like how this looks already, so I may not even have to mess with it that much more, but I'm going to go into the orange just how I did the red. Orange is also in this picture a lot. See, I don't want to make myself look like an Oompa Loompa or Donald Trump. I'm going to turn the saturation up just a little bit so I have a little more color in my skin. Don't look so pale. And you can also mess with the hue, but the red kind of picked that up, so I'm not going to mess with that. The luminance, about where it is. And then there's colors that aren't in the picture as much, such as the greens, the blues, and the pinks and purples. So I don't think adjusting these is really going to do much to the picture or change how it looks, but why not try it out? I just go quickly through all of these to see if it does do anything I like. So we can see with the green, not really doing anything. The blues, yeah, not doing much. You can see how those colors didn't really affect the picture, which is what I would have guessed because there's not much of those colors in the picture, but now we know. So I'm going to go ahead and click done. I never really mess with the icons down here that say effects and detail. I don't like my picture sharpened. Sometimes I actually add grain, and then even presets that I use that sharpen the picture, I literally unsharpen because I just don't like how it looks. And now that I have the picture color-wise pretty much looking how I want, I always go back to the light section where it had the brightness and the contrast and the other stuff that we started with, and just do my final touches with that now that I know exactly what the picture is going to look like. So yeah, I think those were the finishing touches, and that is going to wrap up this little tutorial. I hope you guys, if you didn't know how to do this, you have a better idea now. I know that probably seems pretty fast, but once you get in the habit of doing it and you know what to look for and what buttons to press, it's literally a breeze to edit pictures. And we basically just created a preset for this picture, its own original preset filter with the colors that match this picture the most. This is definitely what I have found to be the most helpful with editing and getting the look that I want. And to show you the before and after, here is what we came up with. Here is the original. It's really different. It's weird to like click back and forth because you don't even realize how much you did. Because when I saw this picture at first, I was like, oh, that's cute. But that's just so much better. Such better vibes. I feel like the after is definitely insta quality, and this first one is just not. It just doesn't hit home. And just to wrap this up, you actually can save the edits that you do. So let's say you had multiple pictures in the same lighting and same location, the same settings are going to look good on it, so you don't have to redo all that tedious little back and forth with the colors. You can see the options to either copy settings or create presets. I kind of like this one, so maybe I'll just create myself a preset. I'll just call it YouTube because this is for my YouTube video and I know which one it is. Yeah, and then you can just save it and press done, and now I have that preset if I ever want to reuse it. And again, beginning and after, it's just so different and so much better. So yeah, that is my extra but pretty efficient way of getting my Instagram pictures to look how I want them to. And even if not for Instagram pictures, just a way to avoid buying presets or something to do when your presets aren't looking good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.